EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Huskies and the Commanders, and it's coming up next.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Huskies of Anchorage taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for visiting Anchorage,
they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's getting...
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Walsh. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. He'll look to throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Going right back to Wilson.
Past the 20. Touchdown! Ced Wilson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Huskies get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Commanders making their way out.
And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
When you look at this defense,
it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here.
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
to throw. Howell. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this group, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on third down. They'll set up the throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Hold in here, Caldwell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Holding, offense.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 14. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Howell out of the shotgun. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Eluding the pressure right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Robinson will try to pick it up. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 10 yards there. Good for a Washington first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing here, Howell. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Howell. Got him in. It's Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
Another throw for Howell. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Commanders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And Howell will throw it toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now another timeout called for by the offense. On first down, he'll drop to throw. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Cowboys on top as they play the second quarter. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head east to Detroit to check on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And able to get this out to the 25. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Back to Robinson now on first down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Howell. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
This time they'll throw it with Howell. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Howell from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their three-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a three-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The throw over the middle, taken in. So the completion gets them just a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got some space here. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 68 yards rushing for him out his first 2 carries in the ballgame. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Robinson up the middle. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. 2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. An injury going to pause the game here, and it looks like it's Terry McLaurin who's in some discomfort. Not sure what happened. Hopefully this is nothing major. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Howell. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Robinson diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Caldwell. Calling a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a dump off here complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 3. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Powell down to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 14, 1st down Commanders.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Complete. It's Dotson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And once more, Howell back to the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 9 yards that time. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Powell, he'll look to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders might be moving closer to an elusive 2nd win of the year as they extend that 4th quarter lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Cameron Curl, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So here is Washington now to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Anchorage offense back out now. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
At the 35-yard line.
2nd down and inches. That is caught by Fountain. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fowler. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
4 yards on the pickup.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll stick with the
passing game as he looks to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll look to throw again.
And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They'll look to throw here.
Well, throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Powell going to go down to a knee, and that should just about wrap this up. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half of the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Washington,
it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week.
Meanwhile, for Anchorage,
they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.